Today we'll take a quick look at the MDPro MP-5000 bladder scanner. This particular unit comes with a very nice carry case, compact, and very well laid out. We'll take each item out of the box and then we'll go ahead and set up the unit and walk you through a test with a bladder phantom that we have, a simulated bladder, just to the right of the box. Obviously it comes with the main unit, which is a portable laptop style with a flip-up LCD screen. It also includes a 3D ultrasound transducer and a start-stop button. The unit does come with 2 batteries. When you use this unit, you will place one battery in the charger and the other into the unit, and then you can swap them as they become discharged. This is the battery charger and a touchscreen stylus. The AC power adapter for the battery charger. A USB cable so you can plug it into your PC and use the available PC software. Additional power cord, screwdriver, and keys for your case. Underneath the main unit, you will find the packing list and user manual for the scanner. Before use, you can take your first battery, it does have an arrow here, pick the unit up and align the arrows together and slide it in until it clicks. If you want to lock the battery in place, you slide it to the lock position. To remove, you would unlock and slide the battery out. We'll leave it installed for now. The screen simply flips up to expose a very simple key layout and printer. The ultrasound transducer is coated with a red dot, which you will match to a red dot on the side of the unit and insert. The only other port available on the unit is a USB port for connection to a PC. Once the battery and transducer have been installed, we can power the unit on. It will go through its boot cycle. It may take a couple seconds to start up. The unit includes a very simple touchscreen interface. You can adjust the gender type between child, female, and male. You can also start a new test, enter the menu for the unit, which includes setup for time, date, how many images are installed, etc. In order to exit from that, we will hit the save and exit and get back to the main screen. The left button here is the browse button for reviewing previously completed tests. You will see across the top a series of quick reference icons. This is a USB drive to see if you've got a USB thumb drive plugged in or a USB connection to your computer. This is the presence of the ultrasound transducer itself. This is whether or not the printer is ready or not. We do not have paper installed in this printer. It does come with a roll. We have not installed it as this is a new unit. This icon represents the alarming or the audible responses. This is the volume of button strokes. And this is the battery charge indicator. As I mentioned previously, this model does not include an AC charger that you plug into the rear of the unit. You would simply swap the battery, and this is what the charger looks like. And again, just like placing a battery in the unit, you would match these two up and drop it into place and it would charge. Since we already have a charged battery, let's go ahead and perform a simulated test. I am going to go into the menu and scroll down into scan mode and change it from human to phantom, which is what we'll be using to simulate our bladder. And then we'll press OK and save and exit. At this point, the human icon is replaced simply by the words phantom, and the unit is ready to test. We'll place it into our bladder scanning phantom, which is filled with water at this point, and I'll begin a pre-scan by simply depressing the button. You will see a nice solid image of the bladder. The phantom makes it extremely easy to see what we're doing. We're going to move this so that the center line is on point with the center of the bladder. At that point, once we feel like we're getting a good scan, I'm going to depress the scan button one more time, and it will actually begin scanning 12 individual slices and then calculating a measurement based on those slices to give a volume of the bladder. In this case, we're reading 143, which is slightly low for this phantom, but well within the 10% allotted margin of error. From this point, we can save this individual test under a patient ID and gender of the patient. So we'll just leave it as patient number 3 on gender phantom. So we'll go ahead and we could print the test or save the test in internal memory. So at this point we can go back to the browse button and review the images associated with patient ID 003 that we just took, exposing a bladder volume of 143 milliliters. If you prefer not to use the touchscreen, you can press a series of buttons here. This is the pre-scan button. This is the print button to print any tests that you have saved. And you can also use the scroll wheel here, this 4-way hat, to correspond to each of these values. So OK would be menu in this situation. Once we can see the word ready, yet again, we can test very simply and easily by depressing the pre-scan button on the ultrasound head. And once we have a solid image in place, begin scanning again. The MDPro MP-5000 is a very simple, easy to use, and accurate tabletop bladder scanner.